Hello everyone, welcome to the our course. Today we are going to discuss type for entering and leaving basic variables. It is also called as degeneracy. Coming to the first one, type for entering basic variables. Here what are the basic variables? Basic variables are called where we have first at initial table we are taken some variables, some basic variables. Like for example, if we have the equation like this, x1 plus x2 plus s2 is equal to 2, like this. Here s1 s2 are the basic variables, then remaining x1 x2 are the non-basic variables. Already we discussed in the previous lectures. Coming to today's lecture, here the at key column, here what is the type means finding the minimum ratio Cj minus Zj less than or equal to 0, it is called as optimum point, or it reaches the optimality. Then we are going to calculate the optimal solution. Here when we are identifying the Cj minus Zj, when we are identifying the optimality, we check the Cj minus Zj value. If this Cj minus Zj is greater than 0, we have to identify the key column. We have to identify the key column. When we are identifying the key column, in order to break this tie, the selection for key column can be arbitrary. We may choose any one. For example, if we have 3 columns, x1, x2, or s1. Here we have Zj minus Cj minus Zj is 3, 3, 0. Here the condition is what we have the condition Cj minus Zj less than or equal to 0. If it reaches, it satisfies, the problem reaches the optimality. But in our case, the value at Cj minus Zj is greater than 0. Then we have to identify the key column, then we have to identify the key row, then we have to identify the key element. Then we find the new initial basic feasible solution values for further iterations. There, if the objective function is a maximization, here in this Cj minus Zj we have to identify the most positive value or highest value. But in our case, here we have the two positive values, 3 and 3. These two are the tie. It is called as the tie. While we are identifying the key row, we have some difficulty here. In this case, simply we take the arbitrary value, any value we can choose. However, the number of iterations required attractive at the optimal solution can be minimized by the following rules. Here we have 3 rules to overcome this tie. First, coming to the first one, if there is a tie between two decision variables, what are the decision variables? The decision variables are x1, x2, etc. Okay. Then the selection can be made by arbitrarily. Same, coming to the if there is a tie between decision variable and a slack or surplus variable, there at the time we have to choose the decision variable is a key column. For example, if we have x1, x2, s1 at Zj minus Cj, the value is 3, 1, 3. Here the tie between x1 and s1. Here x1 is the decision variable and s1 is the slack or surplus variable. From this we have to take decision variable is the key column. Decision variable column is called as the key column. If there is a tie between two slack or surplus variables, if we take here x1 is 2 and s1 s2 is 3. If we have tie between these slack or surplus variables, we can choose we can choose any one from these. Okay, these are the 3 rules. What is the first rule? Rule 1 is at key column, tie between key column. Rule 1 is if the tie came at decision variables, the selection made arbitrarily. The selection made arbitrarily. If the tie between decision variables and slack or surplus variables, here we choose the key column in a decision variables. From decision variables we choose the key column. The decision variables are the entering variables at the time. Coming to the slack or surplus variables, if we identify the tie between slack or surplus variables, we choose the selection is arbitrarily. Okay. Next, same. Type for leaving variables. Type for leaving variables means what are the leaving variables? Leaving variables means it came at rows. Okay. When we are calculating minimum ratio, for example, this is CV, BV, XB, X1, X2, S1, S2. If we take ZJ minus CJ, here we have 3, 4, 5, 1 like this. Here we have the clear value at ZJ minus CJ. Here there is no type. From this we chose this is a key column. Okay, coming to the basis, if suppose here we have 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 like this. If it is a key column, here also we have 2. If it is a key column, now we are going to find the key row, or we are going to find the entering variable. How do we know the entering variable? Now we are going to find the leaving variable. This is the entering variable. Now we are going to find the leaving variable. Okay, here how we are finding the leaving variable? How we find the minimum ratio? Here from the XB solution value of the basic variable and key column. From this we are going to identify the key column key row value. Here XB is 2 and the key column value is 2 is equal to 1. Coming to second row, 2 by 2. Here also we get 1. Here we have the type. Okay. Now we are going to identify the key row based on it is also called as the degeneration. Now we are going to identify the key row. How we are going to identify the key row from this condition? Coming to this, the number of iterations required to arrive the optimal solution can be minimized by adopting the following rules. First one is divide the coefficients of slack variables in the simplex table where degeneracy is seen by corresponding positive numbers of the key column in the row starting from left to right like this. Just if we have the degeneracy, in our case we have 2 by 2. At the time, just we take the slack variables. Then we take the variable values. If suppose we have the 2, 1 like this. From this, we are going to divide the. We are going to take the key row and from this, like first we take the key column value. If suppose we have the key column value is 2, simply we take the key column divided by these 2. Now we are going to identify the minimum value like this. Here we have 0.5. First coming to left to right. First coming to the first row. What is the first row value? Here 1 is there, and coming to second row first column 1 is there. Here in between these again we have type. Next coming to the S2 row. Coming to the S2 column. Same here 1, 0.5. So which one is the minimum? This is the minimum. So simply we take this is the key row. Okay, this is one rule. Next coming to second point. Compare the ratios in step 1 left to right column wise. Select the row that contains the smallest ratio. Already we have taken that. Okay. Coming to the problem, degeneracy problem. What do you mean by the degeneracy? Degeneracy means the tie between entering variable or leaving variable. Okay, at where we have the tie in a simplex table, that is called as the degeneracy. The degeneracies are we occurred at 2 places. One is key column and another one is key row. Okay, coming to the problem. Example: solve the following LPP. Maximize Z is equal to 3x1 plus 9x2. Subject to the constraint x1 at 4x2 less than or equal to 8, x1 2x2 less than or equal to 4, and non-negative constraints x1 x2 greater than or equal to 0. What is our rule? How we calculate this? First we check the feasibility, whether the problem is solved by graphical method or simplex method. If suppose we have the two decision variables, simply we go for graphical method. Okay, if we have more than two variables, we choose simplex method. Already we discussed these two methods, okay, graphical and simplex method. Coming to this problem, here they didn't ask anything, but it came in your competitive or exam point of view. You can choose any method to solve this problem. But coming to our problem, coming to this course, coming to this lecture, here we are taking the example of degeneracy. Where we have the degeneracy? Degeneracy occurred at simplex only. Okay, there is no degeneracy in graphical. That's why we didn't solve the problem by using graphical method. Now we are going to adapt the simplex method to solve this problem. Okay, what is the standard form of simplex? If we have to apply the simplex method into a LPP, then we have to check the given problem in standard form or not. First, what is the rule? Objective function must be in maximization. Okay, the given objective function is in maximization. Okay, this is satisfied. Second rule, all constraints must be less than or equal to type. Here, two constraints we have, these two are less than or equal to type. Second rule also satisfied. Then third rule, at the ends, at the right hand side, non-negative values are required. Here in our case also, the right hand side, there is no negative. So these are the non-negative values. So simply we take simplex method to solve this LPP and to resolve the degeneracy. Okay, coming to the solution. What is the rule? After checking the standard form, we have to convert the inequalities into equalities by adding the slack variables, surplus variables and artificial variables. If the constraint is a less than or equal to type, simply we take the slack variables. If the constraint is a greater than or equal to type, we take the slack variables and artificial variables. If the constraint is a equality type, we take only artificial values or artificial variables. Okay, here we have two constraints. Those two belongs to less than or equal to type. So simply we take the slack variables S1 and S2. At first constraint we add the slack variable, and second constraint also we add the slack variable. Next, maximize objective function. Maximize z equal to 3x1 plus 9x2. This is our virtual objective function. After converting the inequalities into equalities, we may get some variables. We have to add those variables into the objective function. Okay. After converting the inequalities into equalities, then we are going to the next step. In that step, we have to identify the basic variables and non-basic variables. Here, coming to this problem, how we find the non-basic variables? Here we have one rule. At equal, near to equality, we have one variable. That variable is called as basic variable. Near to equality. Okay. Then the remaining variables are called as non-basic variables. Non-basic variables. Coming to our problem, what are the basic variables? Here, near to equality, we have two variables. What are those? S1 and S2. S1 and S2 are the basic variables. And then remaining variables. What are the remaining variables? X1, X2. These are the non-basic variables. And we have another rule. What is the rule? Another rule. In a simplex, non-basic variable values is equal to 0. We have to take the non-basic variable values are 0. X1 0, X2 0. Then from this we have to find the basic variables. What are the basic variables? S1 and S2. Now we are going to find the initial basic feasible solution by applying the non-basic variable values into the linear equations. Here we have two linear equations. From the two linear equations we get the solution values 8 and 4. This is called initial basic feasible solution. Now we are going to calculate the optimal solution by the help of simplex table. Coming to this is a simplex table. At first column we have to take the coefficient of basic variable. Then the second column we have to take the basic variables. In third column we have to take the solution value of basic variable. Then the remaining columns we have to take the coefficient of xij or coefficient of variables. Here the columns and rows are depending based on the linear equations based on the object function. Here we have the two linear equations. Each linear equation contains three variables. From these two we have four variables. Those are two non-basic variables and two basic variables. Here the linear equations are two, that's why we are taking two rows, and the variables are four, that's why we are taking four columns at basis. Okay, then the remaining are coefficient of basic variables and solution value of basic variable or initial basic feasible solution. This is the standard table of simplex table. Now we are going to check the Zj minus Cj value. What is the Zj? The coefficient of objective function. Here what is our objective function? Our objective function is 3x1 plus 9x2 plus 0x1 plus 0x2. This is our objective function. From this we are going to find the Zj value. Here what is the Zj? Zj is equal to, it is the summation of, we have to take the Zj is the summation of coefficient of basic variable into key column into xij. Here xij means the coefficient of linear equations. First coming to the Z1, here if we assume this is Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4. Now we are going to calculate the Z1. Z1 means coefficient of basic variables into xij. Here what is the coefficient of basic variable? First row 0 into first column 1 plus 0 into 1. It means Z1 is equal to 0. Next coming to Z2, same like 0 into 4 plus 0 into 2, 0. Here coming to third column, Z3 also 0 into 1 plus 0 into 0. Again we get 0. Similarly Z4 equal to 0 into 1 plus 0 into 0 plus 0 into 1. From this also we get 0. These are the Zj values. Now we are going to find the Cj minus Zj. Here what is the Cj? Cj is the coefficient of objective function, coefficient of variables at objective function. Next Zj is the basis of coefficients of linear equations. Now we are going to find the Cj minus Zj. Here if we take C1 minus Z1, C2 minus Z2, C3 minus Z3, C4 minus Z4. If we assume like this, coming to the C1 minus Z1. Here what is the C1 value? C1 is the 3 minus 0. From this we get 3 here like this. C2 minus Z2 also 9 minus 0, 9. C3 minus Z3 0 minus 0 is equal to 0. Next C4 minus Z4 0 we get. Okay. Next what is our rule? If the objective function is its maximization, Cj minus Zj values are required less than or equal to 0. If it satisfies, the problem reaches the optimality. From this we are going to find the optimal solution. Or otherwise, if Cj minus Zj is greater than 0, we have to apply the iterations. What are the iterations? Here in this iteration, first we have to identify the key column. From this we have to identify the key row. Then again we have to identify the key element. Next step, we have to do the key element is equal to 1. Then the remaining values of key column we have to convert is equal to 0. Remaining values of key element is equal to 0. Here now we are going to identify the Cj minus Zj. Here Cj minus Zj is less than 0. So the problem is not reaches the optimality. Now we are going to apply the simplex iterations. Okay. Here the object function is a maximize. If the object function is a maximum, we have to take the CJ-is maximum value. Here what is the maximum value? 9 is the maximum value. So this column is called as key column. In this key column having one variable, that variable is called as entering variable. Entering variable. Now we are going to find the leaving variable and key element. How we find the leaving variable? From the key row we have to identify the leaving variable. The key row is calculated from the minimum ratio. Here the minimum ratio is xb minus x1. Here what is the xb? Solution value of basic variables. And x1 is the coefficient value of basis or linear equations or key column coefficient value. Here coming to this key column, here this is the x1. Okay, this is x1 4209. These are the values of key column. Next coming to this xb, first row. What is the xb? xb is this 8 by key column value 4 is equal to 2. Next 4 by 2 is equal to 2. Here when we are going to identify the key row, it means we are taking the minimum value at minimum ratio. But coming to our problem, here we have 2 and 2. What is this? This is called tie. Tie between two rows, or tie occurred at leaving variables. Now we are going to, it is also called as the degeneracy. Now we are going to resolve the degeneracy. Okay, by two steps. How we resolve the degeneracy? Coming to the step 1. Here we have to take the rows. These are the basic variables which are available in table 1, S1 and S2. This is S1 and S2. Next coming to the key column. Here which one is the key column? Maximum 9 is the key column. Okay, this is the entering variable, and we have to take these two values 4 and 2. Those are called as the row values. Sorry, key column values 4 and 2. Next column values. What are the column values? Here which variables are available at the only we have to take, or otherwise slack or surplus variables only we have to take this table. Slack or surplus variable. Here in our case we have only slack variables S1 and S2. Those particular value is 1, 0, 0, 1. Now we are going to resolve the degeneracy by dividing the coefficient of slack variable by the corresponding element in the key column. Here what is the key column? 4 and 2 is there. We have to take these two values and we divide these S1, S2 values by this key column value. Coming to the first one. What is S1 value is there? 1 by 4. 1 by 4 is equal to 1 by 4. Next 0 by 4 equal to 0. Next coming to the second row, 0 by 2 is equal to 0. Next 1 by 2. Okay. Now we are going to identify the minimum value from left to right. First coming to the first row. First row, first column. Here this is the first row, first column. Here what is the value? 1 by 4. Next coming to the second row, first column. What is the second row, first column? Here this is the second row. Second row. This is first row. First row we have 1 by 4. And coming to the second row, first column, 0 by 2, 0. From this, which one is the minimum? Second row is the minimum. Directly we can take this row is the key row. Sometimes here also we may get tie 1, 1 like this. After we go to the second column. Okay. Here we have the minimum value is at the second row, first column. So simply we take this row is key row. Okay. See this. Here we are taken. Here already we have S2. Then simply we take this one is the key row, and we did iterations. Here S2 is replaced by x2. Then from this we are going to find the key element values, and row process we are applying this. Finally we get Cj minus Zj less than or equal to 0. Here all of you aware about this table. How we get this table? Here from this we are going to identify the key row. Here we have the tie. We resolve this degeneracy by applying the rule, and finally we get this is the key row. After resolving the degeneracy, we get the second row is the key row, and here this is called as the leaving variable, and this is called as the entering variable. We replace this leaving variable by this entering variable. Then this is called as the key element. So key element, and this is key row. What is the rule for further iterations? We have to change the key element value is equal to 1. Then the remaining values of that particular key column is we have to convert the 0. Here only two rows are there. Simply we take 2 by 2. If suppose if we take this is R2 and this is R1. R2 is R2 new implies R2 old by 2 we take. Then simply we get 1 here. 4 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2, 2 by 2 is equal to 1, 0 by 2, 1 by 2, like this we get. Then coming to this, R1 new implies R1 old minus 4 R2 new. Like this 4 R2 new means what we have, 1 is there. So simply 8 minus 2. 8 minus 8 is equal to 0, we get 1 minus of 4 into 1 by 2. 1 minus of 4 into 1 by 2 means 2 is equal to minus 1. Here 4 minus 4 into 1 is equal to 0. 1 minus 4 is equal to minus 3. Minus 4 we get. After iterations we get this table. Okay. After iterations we get this table. From the here Cj minus Zj is satisfied. Cj minus Zj is less than or equal to 0. Our problem is the maximization type. That's why we are taking Cj minus Zj is less than or equal to 0. Here the variables, distant variable, there is no x1. That's why we are taking 0. And coming to the x2. What is the x2 value? x2 is equal to 2. Okay. Here we are taking maximize z is equal to 18. Coming to the summary. First we we discussed about the degeneracy. With the degeneracy occurred at two places. One is key column and another one is key row. It means at Cj minus Zj we have the tie. At minimum ratio we have tie. It is also called as tie at leaving variable, tie at entering variable. We resolve the degeneracy by applying the rules. Okay. We resolved here the degeneracy. Then finally we solved a example. We solved example. In that example, at a minimum ratio, we occurred degeneracy. We resolved the degeneracy by applying the rule. The rule is just we take the slack variable, then we take the key column value. We divided the slack variables by the key column, and we identify the minimum value. That particular column we have taken the key row. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.